Thanks for joining us for video number 3 in our Social Security and Retirement 101 series. This one covers 6 big myths about Social Security benefits. And my name's Jeff from SocialSecurityRetirementGuide.com, and let's jump right in. So myth number 1, Social Security is a retirement plan. Some people go into this with Social Security as their only retirement income. That's not how it was designed to be. It was designed to be a supplement to your savings and employer-sponsored retirement plan. Not very many people have savings or employer retirement plans that will cover all of their income. However, when you combine it with Social Security, you can get a lot closer. But either one of those on their own for the average person is not going to be enough. A little example there, if you're accustomed to bringing home $3,000 per month, then you would expect Social Security to cover about 40% of that, which equals $1,200 per month. So you get a sort of an idea of how it covers your income. Myth number 2, you should file for retirement benefits as soon as possible before the system goes bankrupt. Well, first of all, this is a common news headline that you might see nowadays because everybody seems to think Social Security is going broke. It has seen better days, but it is not in danger of going bankrupt. The current trust fund has enough to sustain us through 2037. Keep in mind that our government recognizes the role that Social Security plays as far as income for senior citizens and beyond. It's not something they're going to let go to have millions of people put out in the street. What you'll likely see in the future, sometime before 2037, is an increase in taxes, wage taxes for Social Security. Again, those are not for the people who are retired, but for the other folks who are working, they are going to be asked to put more into the system as time goes on. Myth number 3, take Social Security early and invest the money for larger gain. To make this work, you're really going to need to be a heck of an investor. You'd have to realize investment returns beyond 8% per year for this to work. And the reason of 8% is because you face a reduction in benefits of 8% for each year you take benefits prior to full retirement age. So that's where the 8% comes from. And keep in mind that most savings accounts nowadays pay well under 2%. And then you see the note from 2006 to 2011, the S&P 500 grew at 4.67%. So if you were the average investor in the stock market, you would have returned 4.67%. Obviously, that's less than 8%. And I think the big thing, don't forget about investment fees. Even if you have a heck of a stockbroker who could put together 8% or more per year, by the time the fees and everything are done, you're still going to fall short. My retirement benefits automatically begin arriving at full retirement age. That's myth number 4. And the truth is, if you do nothing, you will get nothing. So unless you apply for Social Security, you will not receive any benefits. And furthermore, Medicare is also applied for during the Social Security application process. So if you just sit at home, you won't get Medicare, you won't get Social Security. It is something that you have to apply for in order to take advantage of the benefits. And even with that, you still have to qualify. So you need a certain amount of what they call quarters of coverage and enough annual earnings over your lifetime to actually receive the benefits. Myth number 5, the Social Security Administration will review my application and recommend any changes. And I think this is a real common myth. Folks think that they can just, fill out their application, turn it in, and if anything needs to change, then someone will call them. Well, the fact of the matter is 10,000 people in the United States turn 65 each day. And as you know, we're in this baby boomer generation where that number is only going up. The Social Security Administration is, quite frankly, swamped. They do not have the time or the resources to review your application beyond the essentials. And what that means is someone will review your application, but what they're looking for is that your name is correct, your address is correct, things like that. They're not going to see how your filing status applies to your personal situation. To really optimize your application, first of all, you have to know your own family situation, health history, projected age, all those things. That's what's required in the planning process. Social Security Administration does not have access to those. They can't spend probably more than a couple minutes on your application with the workload that they have. So it is important for you to take matters in your own hand and make the best decisions for you and your family. Myth number 6, if I make a mistake on my application, I can always fix it later. To turn in an application blindly is really risking a lot. If you don't understand something, you should not submit it in the first place. There is statute of limitations, 1 year from the date of your first benefit payment. That's how long you have to amend your filing status. So if you filed a certain way, you can go back within a year and change that status. However, you can't do this 100 times. You're limited to 1 resubmission for your lifetime. So basically, you get 1 strike here. So those are our big 6 myths about Social Security retirement benefits. You see, more than 50% of applicants leave money on the table, meaning they leave benefits that they could have brought home behind because of the way that they applied, whether it was early retirement or they didn't analyze the situation with spouse's income, survivor benefits. Just little mistakes across the board that end up costing them a lot of money. But you can prevent this if you go to our website and pick up our retirement guide, socialsecurity.retirementguide.com. That's the website. You can also leave comments in the video below. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you for the next video.